Alright, guys, welcome to a new series I'm doing. I guess you'd technically call this a podcast. And basically, I figured that I don't really give too many updates on YouTube anymore. I kind of lack some motivation to work on as many videos as I used to. So I figured I have this downtime when I'm walking back from my school, and where I just kind of figured I'd record me, talking about what's kind of upcoming and what I'm working on and different things like that. That typically I wouldn't do, so I figured I'd use this time to do that. So I'm hoping I could do this every week. Hopefully do it on a weekly basis. But yeah, let's get started. So, first thing I want to talk about is what have I been doing in the past few months. Because the last time I uploaded onto YouTube was Homer 2.0's launch in September. And that launch, I don't know if I specified it in the video or not, but and I'll have some, just to note, as I'm talking, I'll have videos or pictures on the screen, so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So that launched. It proved out my TVC system after quite a few failed attempts beforehand, after trying to fix my bugged flight software that I messed up. So that worked pretty good. So since then, I was working on this little vehicle called Untitled Project. It was going to be I think it was less than a foot tall. It was a pretty short rocket. It was going to fly on ST's C6 5 motors, and it was just going to go up to 10 feet or whatever, just to test some little things and software or whatnot. That ended up not really happening. I made a whole TVC mount for it, obviously a whole new design for it, and I actually made it, and it was ready to fly, and I ended up scrapping it due to just different situations at the time, and what I wanted to do, and what I thought was actually going to be a use of my time. And I thought that vehicle was just not a good use of my time, so I scrapped it in October. After I scrapped it, I moved on to my next main launch vehicle named Iliad. Now, Iliad is pretty much going to be like Odyssey, if you were around for the Odyssey days. And it's going to be a tall TVC rocket, 3D printed, meant to carry payloads and stuff. It's going to use my newest flight computer, Life Avionics, which I have a picture up on screen right now. And it should be able to do a bunch of things. It's going to do propulsive landing eventually, grid fin control on descent, and a whole bunch of other stuff. I'll put up some of Homer 2.0's grid fin development footage on here, just so you can kind of see what Iliad's going to do. But yeah, so that's what I'm planning for Iliad. So I'm developing that right now. Now, what I ended up doing in October, November-ish, after I canceled the Untitled Project and that little short rocket, after I canceled that one, I started doing the new launch pad that I'm working on and some other stuff. And I had this idea, and I kind of just got this random motivation to do a vehicle like BPS Space's Sprite. I don't know if you've seen it before online, but I'm sure most of you guys have. The Sprite vehicle is powered by an electric ducted fan. It goes up and it uses jet vanes for thrust vector control. I thought it was a good idea. So I'm hey, I want to start doing some new guidance software and some new things. And I thought that, doing it in this way would be kind of fun and new. And again, with my TVC project, I thought it was going to be a little easier than it was actually going to be. And it was I ran into a bunch of problems. Again, all this stuff comes with a learning curve, and I just underestimated how much that learning curve would be. So I made the whole vehicle. Its name was Odysseus. I'll again put pictures up on the screen. And it was just meant to do position control. And eventually I went to do a full thrust test to make sure that it could fly, and it did not. I don't know. Just the raw calculations said it would have enough thrust. I think it was like a 1.2 TWR, which is not great by any means, but I thought it would work just to see if I could get some basic flights out of it. I was planning to upgrade the EDF anyway. It's a 64mm EDF. I was planning to go 70 a little later on, but obviously that plan never came through. Because when I did the test, it did not work at all. So it kind of barely was able to get itself off. And with jet vane deflections, you'd lose even more thrust with that. So that's what kind of killed that vehicle, unfortunately. It was going to be pretty cool. Pretty cool vehicle. Didn't really work out the way I thought it would, though. So yes, that test happened like a few weeks ago now. And since then, I started developing Iliad again and developing. The launchpad will be developed next month. I'm working on Iliad right now. So I'm going on a break in a few weeks. So I'm going away in a few weeks. So this is going to be no time for a launch. So the pad will get done in April, and after my break, and I'm hoping to do an Iliad static fire attempt, like a full loaded static fire, sometime before I take that break. So hoping to get that done, and then after I come back, I'll start the campaign to launch. So that's kind of my plan. Upcoming this weekend, I am going to have a TVC static fire test, and I have my new motor mount, the version 8 TVC mount, and it's going to be doing static fire test with the F15 motor, which Iliad will be using. And what's going to be cool, or the purpose for this test, is to gather a bunch of data about how my motor mount behaves. So any kind of wiggles in the servos, any kind of inconsistencies or whatever, I want to find it. And I'm going to collect tons of data, not even not just from the static fire, but from just regular ground testing. I'm just going to try to collect as much data and be able to simulate how my TVC mount behaves, so that the vehicle can accurately account for that. And in the simulation, I can simulate it really well as well. So that's kind of what I'm thinking for the purpose of this test here. And the purpose of this test here is just to get the test under load as well. So get the mount under load and actually see how it's going to do in flight. And obviously we're not moving, it's just going to be static there, and it's going to move, but not actually move up or wherever. So it's just going to be moving, deflecting to its max gimbal range, and I'm going to be collecting all that data. So that test is coming up this Sunday. So I'll keep you guys posted on the community tab as much as I can. But we'll see. Weather is pending still. By me, it hasn't really been great weather, so I'm hoping that the little window on Sunday morning, will just give us enough time to pull off this test. Yeah, let's see, is there anything else? Yeah, so I'll keep you guys updated on that. And I think that is going to pretty much do it for me. If you have any questions, leave it down in the comments if you have anything for me. I don't know how this video is going to do. Let me know if you like this series. I don't know. It's a new thing I'm trying. I might start doing talks about my older rockets, and just because I have all this stuff in my head that I haven't posted anywhere or written down or anything like that. And I just want to kind of get it out of my head so that you guys can see what I went through if you're doing something like this. You'll have this resource. But this is just the update. I might do another video next week on the early thrust vector control hoppers or whatever. But yeah, so that's probably gonna do it for me. I will see you guys in the next update video. See ya.